So you really gotta love it when the Republicans hypocritically fall right into a trap. So I mentioned a couple days ago that Ro Khanna and the Democrats were going to try issuing an amendment in the House that would force a vote to release the Epstein files publicly, which, if it happened, would force every Republican and Democrat to go on record whether they want these things released or not. However, exactly what we knew they were going to do, they did. In the dead of the night, late last night, the House GOP blocked the Democrats from forcing that release. And the Democrats fully anticipated this was going to happen. Because now, even though MAGA continues to have this massive fallout and infighting over the release of these files, because even the MAGA voters want them released because they assume it's full of Democrats, even though we know it's full of Republicans and people like Trump. And the great thing is, Ro Khanna said, "Are you on the side of the rich and powerful, or are you on the side of the people?" And he promised to keep introducing the amendment over and over again. Because the Democrats tried introducing that amendment into a cryptocurrency bill. However, one of the Republicans did go over and vote with the panel's 4 Democrats, and Chip Roy from Texas decided not to vote. And the excuse from the Republicans was it wasn't part of that genius act. Now, this is hilarious that the Republicans are claiming that the reason they blocked it is because it wasn't part of that cryptocurrency bill. Because this is a practice that Republicans engage in all the time. Remember when they recently passed that horrible big beautiful budget bill? Until the Senate parliamentarian threw a bunch of crap out, the Republicans tried filling it with a whole bunch of things that were not budgetary. And under Biden's administration, when they tried passing aid to Ukraine, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene kept trying to put in amendments that if they gave aid to Ukraine, the U.S. would have to ban abortions. The Republicans claiming now that, oh, we can't do this amendment because it has nothing to do with this bill is horseshit. It's deflection as an excuse because they don't want to release these files. They are once again trying to bend over backwards to protect their Lord and Savior from his obvious crimes. And Democrats are holding their feet to the fire. Jim McGovern said, "This is about trust. Republicans said, trust us, vote for us, and we'll release these files." Well, here they are, and they're backtracking. But Republican Virginia Foxx said, "I think most of us believe what's appropriate will be released when it's time for the president to release it. Because, yeah, we can always trust Trump to do the right thing." Make no mistake, this is further going to fuel the fiery infighting between the Republicans. Try saying that 3 times fast. Because as this horrible scandal continues, the Republican infighting has been massive. The top 2 people in the FBI have threatened to resign, multiple people in the DOJ have threatened to resign, and also Pam Bondi has fired many people in the DOJ. She fired people who were working with Jack Smith on January 6th, and now she recently fired the department's top ethics advisor, who has been there for like 30 years. And she did it because he was investigating her for ethics violations. This whole administration is just one big fucking scandal. And people used to compare it to Watergate, but it is 10 times bigger than Watergate at this point. The question really is, how long are the MAGA voters going to continue to delude themselves until they finally wake up and see what's happening? Because many of them, over the release of these files, have been calling out the Republicans as hypocrites. Let's just hope it slows down this fascist regime long enough so that more people can continue to wake up and we can get the correct people thrown in prison.